One to Global Markets Radio Week Ahead. I'm your host, Andrew Spanton. Sunday, what time? 4:40 p.m. Eastern, March the 20th, 2011. Big day, big weekend. If those of you who've been living under a rock don't know, the U.S. With coalition partners, not taking the lead, of course, attacking Gaddafi in Libya. 112 salvo of cruise missiles. I would imagine oil is going to explode on the open. I would think oil is going to continue to go up. Oil is going to go up huge. You would think. What does this mean to foreign exchange? What does this mean to the markets? I would think the stock market's probably going to gap down tomorrow. I don't think the market's going to love this. I have to tell you, the fact that now Obama first said, he's got to go, and now all of a sudden Mullen on Meet the Press said his chief of staff or Army chief of staff said he might stay. What's up with that? Can you imagine a Libya with Gaddafi in power after us killing his people, his soldiers? I just cannot imagine. This, again, and I hate to be this gloom and doom or person that continues to talk about Revelation stuff, but isn't this playing right into the hand of the book of Revelation? Uniting the Arab people, the war of the, and even Gaddafi called them crusaders. I find that very amazing that Gaddafi called the West crusaders, because that is what it's all about. And this could really unite the Muslim people against the West. And heaven forbid, let me tell you something. Right now, in my opinion, if Gaddafi blew up the Eiffel Tower, I would say all's fair in war. I would say you declare war on this guy and you think he can't fight back at you? So whatever happens, blood is on the UK, Sarkozy, and Obama's hands. 100%. Whatever this guy does, he's allowed to do now at this point. You declare war on the guy. All right, so anyway, back to our markets and foreign exchange. You look at the dollar index. As we see, we've closed below this huge low made last year in November. And when we look at this chart, I don't see any support until really, what is this, 74 change? Bang, 74 actually. 74.15. Big spot there. You notice here, that was a top. You notice here, that was a bottom. Big spot. That's a big bill. That's a penny 30. That would mean Euro 144, cable 140, 64.50. Dogs and cats living together, mass annihilation of the dollar. It could easily happen. Do I think we're going to hit a top this week in the bottom of the dollar index? Hell yeah. Oh, baby. I think it's coming. You know, I would not be surprised to see a terrorist attack, or not really even a terrorist attack, just an attack on European soil from Gaddafi after they declare war on him. I see no reason. If I was him, I would. I mean, obviously they're going to go after him anyway, so he has nothing to lose, in my opinion. And if you don't think Gaddafi has sleeper cells throughout Europe and the United States, you are crazy. As far as economic numbers coming out this week, we have plenty of data, a litany of data. Tonight we got house price index out of London. No real big deal there, but you never know. ECOFIN meeting tomorrow all day. Trichet speaking. Existing home sales out of the U.S. That's the only number, believe it or not, on Monday. Trust me, we got a ton of data out of London. We got CPI on Tuesday. Industrial new orders. Mortgage approvals, minutes on Wednesday. Big. London. Retail sales, Thursday, London. Oh, baby. That's really it. Nothing on Friday, but a ton of data. We get manufacturing data coming out of China. HSBC, that's on Wednesday. Big. Canadian retail sales. U.S. durable goods, that's on Thursday. I believe U.S. GDP. Michigan sentiment on Friday. I'm jumping all over the place, I know, but still. German IFO. Big one. We even got New Zealand data, GDP coming out of New Zealand. Oh, baby. What's that mean? Are we going to see a slowdown in growth? Are we going to see a slowdown? Or is inflation and this inflation data coming out of London, when's that? That's Tuesday. That's very important. Remember, inflation is running rampant out of London. That's one of the main reasons why they might be raising rates. So you could certainly see big reaction to economic news. And I think that should we see some really strong data out of the U.S., which is possible, durable goods, housing, I doubt. But durable goods, absolutely. That's the big one, in my opinion. You could see bond yields push up in the U.S. And you could talk about fears of inflation. But as far as the dollar is concerned, at some point the dollar's got to become a safe haven currency. It's got to become where, hey, all this turmoil in the world, I want to own dollars. So in my opinion, I think that has to come into play at some point. I think this is a big week as far as the Japan situation, Libya situation. Amazing how Japan now has taken a back seat to this whole situation. So, again, when we look at this dollar index, it's busted. And again, you measure the move from 76.10 up to 77.40. And we're talking about take away 100 penny 40 from 76.10, and we're talking about 74.70 on the Dixie. And we're going to get very close to my spot back in that November low. But again, we're in breakdown territory, people. You can even draw your line here. Or I guess even here. And we're getting very close to this spot. But one thing is for certain, in my opinion, the dollar's going lower. Can it reverse? Absolutely. Jeez, look at all these lines. All right, euro dollar, daily chart. Once again, we got this monster channel line. We've been talking about this one for months. And we're getting real close. Real close. Now remember, we take this channel line out. We're going to the moon. That's dollar index at that 74.15 level. Hell yeah. Could we reverse? Absolutely. So you really want to be on the lookout. I'm looking to short this euro tonight. This baby gets up to 143. Abso-freaking-lutely. And you even measure the move here from the high of, 140.30 down to the low of 137.50. That measures right up to 143. So this euro is gone like the wind. Looking at the dollar yen. Once again, I do not believe in this. I am going to be a seller of dollar yen. I am looking for this channel line to hold. I think we do make a run for 82. I think we probably make a run for 82.75, 83. And then I think we got to be short. I just don't see $50 billion moving dollar yen in a $1 trillion a day, $4 trillion a day market. I just don't buy it. No way. And I even think maybe even this wedge spot could hold. That was 82. But 82 certainly seems to me like it's going there, for sure. Hopefully some of you bought that dollar yen with us when it popped down on Friday. Jiminy Chris. I wanted to go home flat, but that was just too much of a gift. Dollar yen does look like it's going up, at least today. Sterling. You know, you look at this sterling dollar, and again, I think euro sterling is going to reverse this week. If euro sterling does reverse, I think cable could fly. I mean, it's getting ready. Now, the big thing is going to be CPI, but we don't get really that until Tuesday, I believe. Yeah, Tuesday. We really have nothing. Maybe cable back and fills, but we're really on the verge. We close above 163.50, and cable's gone. You can start talking 165. Easy. These lines. And you could even be talking about, draw your line from up here, we're talking about 165. Measure the move, 163 to 160, roughly, and you talk about 166, which was a big spot if you remember. Check out some of my old YouTubes. We were talking about 166. Dollar Swiss, I think, is bottoming out. I think dollar Swiss, the only problem you have with dollar Swiss is the fact that, it's a safe haven currency. And with all the uncertainty out of Europe, Gaddafi, they might run this sucker again. Any pop up to 91 at this point is definitely a short. But I think this thing's becoming overdone. Enough already. I mean, this thing has been wiped out. At some point, it's going to find a bottom. It's collapsed. Dalian intervened. Maybe the SMB actually comes back. When do they start intervening? Again, good call, Gartman. Stupid. I think they were intervening, here? September? I think actually they were intervening at 105. I think. But you look at this dollar Swiss, and it looks terrible. You need to see a real monster hammer in order to get long this thing. And as long as world uncertainty continues, this is the safe haven play. This is the U.S. is not a safe haven currency. The Swiss is. Dollar Canada, we had a nice little hammer here on Friday. I like it. I think dollar Canada goes up. The only problem is we have oil. Again, I think this dollar Canada turned. I think DC, this thing's been in a death grind for the last year and a half. I think it's due for a monster pop. I'm not saying the trend has changed, but certainly a rally up to 103. Why not? Why the hell not? It could easily happen. I turned the volume down, sorry. I'm a buyer. Aussie dollar acts terrible given the strength of the euro. Look at that euro Aussie. I think it's a short. I don't think this thing break it down to break it out. Maybe. And certainly we got our big spot up here. I don't know why that line's there. But does this look a little toppy to you? Looks a little toppy to me. So I think as long as we don't take out the 61.8 fib, as long as we don't take this out, which we're getting damn close. So again, look where the 20 exponential is, right at the 61.8. So as long as we don't take that out, and I think we can get there tonight, I think this Aussie still is a short. If we close above like 101, par 50, I'm going to have to get on the bandwagon. Oh, baby. But I just don't see it. New Zealand also looks like it's going to pop even more. I would say, again, you could do your fib also, maybe, from the high, 78.20 to the low. And, again, 74 seems like an easy trade. Commodity currencies with oil supposedly is going to gap up. Gold is going to probably gap up. Commodity currency is probably going to motor on tonight. And again, look at this daily chart of Euro Swiss. That looks pretty good too. I would say you do your Fibonacci. We can bounce up to 129. Easy. And again, Sundays, I forgot, is the weekly chart. So let's just bang through the weeklies real quick. I got plenty of time. Euro Sterling looks like it's going higher. Where's my channel line? I got a monster one. Oh, baby. Look at that monster channel line. Bang. Zoom. Coming right up to it. So this Euro Sterling, to me, I think it's going to be actually, a little higher. I think as long as we don't take out Friday's high, I'm going to be looking to be a seller. I think cable could be ready to explode. I think the market's going to be nervous about CPI. I mean, cable is time to play a little catch-up. And if the war is your issue, well, what about Sarkozy in France? So let's take a look at the weeklies. As far as the Dow is concerned, I think 12,000 is big, 12,100. I don't think the Dow is going to new highs. I think the stock market's going to be down big tomorrow. I don't think the market's going to love this at all. And I think gold goes to oil goes to 105, 108. And gold, I think, doesn't go for the highs, but 1420 should be a spot. But you look at that weekly chart, it's right there, euro sterling. Could break out. All these lines. And again, we look at this weekly chart. It looks pretty much like the daily. But it closed very strong, euro dollar. Very, very strong. Starting the week out big. Listen, you measure the move from here to here, you could be talking 150. Easy. You know? What happened with my Duke game? Duke win? Nope. Michigan almost is going to beat them. I hope they do. They didn't cover. Son of bitches. All right, so in taking a look at this euro, again, in my opinion, this is a big day. This thing is going to make a run for 143 and fail, or we could really be talking an absolute melt-up. Sterling, again, weekly chart. We'll take one more look. Still look pretty much the same as the daily, but again, week ahead. Consolidating, ready to explode. You can make a cup with your handle, 10, 20, 30, a nice spread across. I got to tell you, this sterling really looks like it wants to fly. A channel line here. Never really took out 160. Looks good. Dollar yen weekly chart. We can take a look at that one too. No hammer. And again, no way are we taking that 83 out. I just don't see it. We're going to probably get up there, but I don't see us taking out 83. No way. We look at even some of the yens. Got a little time. Oof. We're going to take out 115. The only way we take out 115, risk on, stock market to the moon, then maybe. But I don't see that happening. Sterling yen, also, I do not see us taking out 135. We are probably going to take out the highs here, and we're going to make a move to 135, but I think we stall. Again, I don't see a sustained intervention where they're going to keep pressing things higher. I see more a defensive move where as it goes down, they defend it, but not where they push it higher through these levels. I mean, Aussie yen gets up to here. I want to be a seller. Certainly 83, 82.50 in that zone. But I just don't buy this. This is bull crap. Big time. And a weekly chart of the dollar index. Again, we see the big break. Bearish engulfing after the reversal. Closing terrible. Looks terrible. Bye-bye. Certainly should have some momentum. But again, who knows where we're going to go? We could go to 85 in reverse. It's not set that we have to go to here. Today's close, the next 24 hours is huge. Could I see a reversal? Could I see us get to 143 in the euro in reverse? Absolutely. So I think you really want to, check out your ILE charts. Make sure, if you get that big spike down, we could easily bounce. But at some point, the U.S., in my opinion, should become more of the safe haven play. And again, if you have any questions about any aspect of my business, look for my twits on twitter.com/voice of Forex. My fan page on Facebook is Voice of Forex. And again, if you have any questions, feel free to email me at info@globalfxradio.com. Team, give me 15 minutes. All right, everyone, if you have any questions, feel free to email me. And should be a very big week ahead. I'm looking for dollar down and then reversal. Oh, baby. Andrew Spanton, hopefully you're rested up. I know I am. Global Markets Radio, the only voice you'll ever need who truly loves to make you money. Oh, baby. Have a great week.